people really don't realize that they have a problem or an addiction until the problem is brought to their attention. And they're forced to realize, yo, you really have an issue, or you really have something that you need help with. Everything is so open and so widespread to the point where, like, you really can't tell anybody anything anymore. You really can't be honest with a lot of people anymore, even if the truth hurts. I'm one person that can take criticism. I'm one person that can own up to his mistakes. The reason I'm making this video is this topic is very, very important to like talk about. And it's actually a bigger issue than what you think it is. Pornography is very dangerous, and it can alter the mind in a very negative way. The fact that you can sit there and watch somebody else have intercourse and be intimate, if you really think about it, is kind of weird. It's kind of weird to sit there and watch two people do their business and then get off to that. If you can't find that odd or weird, that's crazy, because pornography is it's so easy to access pornography than it is to get therapy. Kids can access pornography better than they can do for mental health or anything else. And I feel like pornography being so easy to access is that people watch it and then get stuck to it, and people get addicted to getting off or getting that feeling. You got to ask yourself, like, what's wrong with being an adult and actually having intercourse instead of watching somebody else have it and then getting off to that? You got to look really deeper into it. It's really a psychological thing to sit there and watch that. And it's kind of weird how they just broadcast. It should be something that should be exclusive. The fact that you can go on Google and type it in and it pops up is weird. And people are not paying attention to the fact that, like, kids that are like 13 and 14 years old, it's not hard for them to access porn without their parents, supervision. And I feel like pornography is definitely playing a part in society today, because everything is operated, well, not everything, a lot of things are operated through sexual attraction, whether it's through modeling, whether it's through art, whether it's through music, whether it's through pop culture, or whether it's like, it's a lot of things that sex plays a part of. Now, there's nothing wrong with being an adult and having your personal time and doing your own thing exclusive, but it's so broadcasted is that nobody's paying attention to the fact that, like, hey, like, a lot of these kids are getting exposed to a lot of sexual things before their minds can even develop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody's paying attention to this. And it's like, I'm not trying to be the guy to be corny, because listen, I'm an adult and I'm going to do what I do on my own time. But the fact that people are like pushing it and like a lot of things, like some of these cartoons is pushing a lot of sex, like showing like there's cartoons that for little kids that show like butt cheeks. Let's be mature. Like, certain cartoons show butt cheeks and kids see this. Like, I was watching Despicable Me with my little nephew, right? And it's a kid movie. It's for kids. I understand that. But there was one scene where like the little minion was on the printer, and like his butt was like on the printer. So every time it would scan his butt, the paper would come out and it would be like his butt cheeks. Now let's be mature. It would be like his butt cheeks. And kids are watching that. So it's like weird. The fact that you can display this type of thing and then like show it to kids, it's like, it's weird, because we live in a society to where it's like okay, you got the LGBT thing going on, and you're trying to promote same-sex couples, and then you got certain videos and certain, you know, female artists that do certain things and music videos, and little girls look up to this. So everything is just sex, and nothing is just like, hey, let's just talk about what's going on in the world. Let's I don't know, read a fucking book. But the fact that a lot of sex is being promoted and pornography is such an easy access is that my thing is, I just want people to pay more attention to it. I want people to actually, you know, really analyze what's going on in the world when it comes to this specific subject. And I'm not putting this video out for people not to live their lives, but can we live our lives with moderation and common sense? Like, I have younger kids that look up to me, younger siblings, nephew, or whatever. I'm not going to bring certain things that I do on my personal time as an adult around them because it's a time and a place. So this is all that I wanted to get out. Is it something for people just to pay attention to? Is because a lot of people really don't pay attention to it because everybody's so accustomed to living this type of way. It's like normal now. Everything that involves sex is normal now, and it shouldn't be. It should be a time and a place for this shit. Let's be real. It should be a time and a place to be an adult, and a time and a place to not be an adult. That type of time around kids, because I love kids to death, and I'll do anything to protect kids. But when it comes to this, it's like, okay, now it's something I got to talk about, and I hope that people out there that watch this video really grasp like what I'm saying, or actually what I'm feeling, so like we can actually clean some of this stuff up, because it is kind of scary out here, and it is kind of like slowly being implemented to everyday life, to where we're thinking that it's normal, when deep down in our subconscious minds it's really not that normal, and it's not okay. But we just going along with the trends and going along with the customs of life with no repercussions, excuse me. And that's all I wanted to say. And I want everybody to have a blessed day. This is Dondre Dotson, and I'm signing out, man.